Ooh, what it do, y'all? Your boy is back with another video, and it is gorgeous outside today, man. Gorgeous outside. Had to come in and film because I couldn't get a good angle with the sun being out. Not used to the sun being out here too much in Washington during the winter months, but man, when it is nice here in the state of Washington, it's gorgeous. So we're gonna try to get out and do something today. Actually, we are going to take a drive. We're gonna go to take a look at my Regal. So I have my Regal in storage. I have it actually on jack stands right now since I took the rims off because I got the rims powder coated. It's been a while since I've done anything on the Regal. So today we're gonna take a drive to get the Regal. Well, not to get it, but at least to look at it. I had to actually put it in storage because something happened with the transmission. Well, I hope nothing happened with the transmission, but it actually was leaking, and it was leaking pretty good. So I don't know if a hose maybe has a hole in it. I'm hoping it's something easy like that, or worst case, I'm kind of thinking it might be leaking through the seal where the torque converter goes in. I hope not, because I don't want to drop another transmission after already messing with this car right here. So worst case scenario, that might be it. The only reason why I think that might be it is because I had this similar situation happen to me before on my old school Chevy Nova. I used to have a 74 Chevy Nova, and it kind of did the same thing, except on my Nova, it was like pouring out. This one is just kind of like a steady little drip, but it's almost not to the point where it's like a stream, but it's just like a drip, drip, drip. So when the car is running, it's just kind of just steadily dripping out. So that's why I'm hoping something. It's maybe something in the pan. The pan probably wouldn't leak like that, but I'm thinking maybe a hose, or worst case, that torque converter shaft where it pops into that seal. I don't know, man. We'll see. So anyways, we're going to take a ride down there and go look at it. All right, y'all, we are on the freeway en route. Check out the Regal. It's been a minute since we've seen the Regal, but, you know, also, man, it's good to get out the house. This is about the only thing that you can do these days. Take a drive to go get lunch. Which is what we're gonna do too. Go stop by and get some pizza, have lunch in the car, see what's up with the Regal, and then make our way back home. Coming up on Tacoma, Washington. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Washington State, but we are in Tacoma, Washington. One of the landmarks here is the Tacoma Dome. Let's see if I can zoom in. The dome, you guys can see it there. So from my understanding, that dome was the first building of its kind to be built of all wood ceiling structure. So some people said it could not be done, and it was done. So that's the word. That's from what I've heard from over the years. And so if you go in there, you sure enough can see that the whole ceiling and everything is like all wood. Crazy. Anyways,
fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact for the day. So, oh, there's an American Car Museum here, famous LeMay, or I think it's LeMay American Car Museum. Got a lot of cool cars in there. I've actually never been, but I've seen pictures. What up, y'all? So we had to stop by this famous poppin' pizza joint. Yeah, you guys like my wood grain glasses. But this pizza better be damn good. I've had it before, but
it's damn good.
2 pizzas, $62. Man, she balling out of control over here, y'all. She's still getting paid under the quarantine crisis that we are in. I said 62.
It's my childhood favorite pizza.
Anyways,
we drove 2 hours for this.
This shit better. I'm gonna.
I will give you the whole box of Parmesan cheese and peppers if you take me with you.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, man. I gotta grab this pizza.
Have a great day.
You too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, let's see.
Oh, it smells mom. You want me to open it?
2 pizzas right here. Hold on, hold on. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Can I close it?
Looks so good.
I can't. Anyways, y'all, so yeah, so here they give you like Parmesan and peppers and They put like you can put taco.
Oh, we
like
didn't get any.
Picante sauce or whatever on there.
Dang it.
But yeah, it is good ass pizza, but it's like every once in a while pizza because I ain't paying $30 for no pizza. Anyways, I'll holla. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna take you under the car with me here. So we're inspecting where it's leaking from. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can really tell. Let me turn off this light. So I put a carpet, like an old rug, and then this cardboard. So you can see where the cardboard is this normal color, and then it gets darker, 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 darker. So that's definitely telling me it's been leaking just sitting here because it was completely dry before when I stored it. Gosh, I don't know, some months ago. Let me turn this light back on. So my original thought was maybe it was coming from up in here where the torque converter shaft goes into that seal there. I was hoping that wasn't the case. I was like, man, I don't want to drop the transmission. And then my other thought was it's leaking from the pan, which looks like it was because it's really, really wet and you can see the drops on this side. When I went to the other side, it was completely dry. So I'm thinking bolts came loose. That's what I'm hoping. If I could just tighten them up, that would work and stop it. Or maybe the seal went bad or something, the gasket, which is weird because not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago, I replaced the TCC solenoid. So I had to drop the pan and replace that solenoid, and then obviously I used a new gasket. So never leaked then, so I don't know why it started now. Maybe I just didn't tighten up the bolts hard enough. So I'm gonna try to do that and then see if that works. Wipe everything down and then see if it's leaking again. So we shall see. Under here, it's I guess in Canada, and I didn't know this, but if you could see like all the stuff that looks kind of oily. Well, I guess in Canada they use this oil-based frame kind of sealant or whatever. It's oil-based, and it basically coats every metal part of the frame, and they do it everywhere, I guess, on the car, which makes it look like it's been dripping oil, but it's actually not. You can actually wipe it off. You can see where I wiped it off. Hold on, let me see. You can kind of see where I wiped it off right there, and it's totally clean on the frame, but everywhere else looks oily. So it's some type of oil-based substance that they use to kind of protect the frame from salt and rust. And it actually worked because under the car is really clean. It just has that oil-based stuff. So anyways, that's why it looks so dirty under here. But I'm gonna try to go ahead and tighten these up, clean them up. Went ahead and tightened up all the trans bolts around the pan, and they were all loose. And where it was leaking from, it was actually really loose. So I think that was it. There's no oil around the torque converter at all. I went ahead and started it just temporarily to kind of see if I would see any leaks. Didn't see any leaks at all. I'm gonna try to go ahead and warm it up to see if I could get the dipstick to read a correct fuel level, or if it's, I'm assuming it's a little bit low if it had been leaking. I'm hoping that it just started leaking when I started to store it, so that way it's not too low on fluid. But let me go ahead and start this thing up. So if you guys never seen inside here, I'll do a walk around on this when I get it out of storage, but pretty damn clean in here, y'all. Really low mileage car. I put that shifter in there too. You probably can't really see, but let me go ahead and start this up. Digital dash, I installed that myself. Go ahead and turn it on. Take you under the car real quick. Towards the front of the pan. I was hoping it wasn't leaking out of the torque converter, which I think is good. Hold on, I see a leak right there. All right, y'all, the diagnosis. So It was leaking there, but it wasn't leaking there too much. I think it was more seeping out of there because the pan, the bolts in the pan weren't very tight. So don't think that was the main source of the problem. This right here, you can see it. Definitely leaking here on both sides, here and on the other side. So there must be a crack right above that cross member that I cannot see on the line, and it could be a hairline crack. It could just be crack from vibration. I mean, these lines are probably, well, you know, however old it from '87. I'm sure they're original. So there must be some type of hairline crack because it's not leaking. It's leaking a lot, but it's not leaking like super fast. Probably a big drip every 5 seconds, you know, which is fairly fast, but you know, it'd be good enough for me to, you know, get it on a car trailer and take it home. But I think it's something that I can fix here. So what I'll probably end up doing, and I think this is a cheap enough and inexpensive enough fix, what I'll probably just do is cut these lines, because since they're all bent to fit, and I don't want to have to deal with trying to, you know, moving them around and trying to get them out. So I'll probably just cut them and then just pull them out and then go ahead and make my own lines, just like I did with my Caprice just recently and with my Chevelle. Just make my own lines, probably the easiest thing to do. Just buy some fittings, hose ends, or some fittings and some line. Just get it off eBay, and I'll probably get my fittings from Amazon and go from there. So I'm pretty sure there's a crack in one of those lines. It's that area up there is small enough. It's big enough where I can kind of see, but can't really see everything. But just big enough to kind of slightly get my hand up in there to try to feel around. And my hand, when I pull it out, is definitely, you know, wet from transmission fluid. So yeah, y'all, that's it. So it could be a lot worse. I could be dropping a transmission, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna take this light out and I'm gonna take it to the engine. All right, y'all, here she go. If you've never seen a turbo V6 engine, here it is. It says it right there, Buick turbocharged with the turbo V6 logo. But yeah, here she is, y'all. So what I was talking about is, so these are my transmission lines. I don't know if you guys can even see them. Shoot, I don't even know, but yeah, right, my lines right here. So I was thinking maybe they were probably leaking. I was hoping maybe leaking from the cooler here, and then just kind of just dripping down the line, and then eventually bottoming out and then dripping down at the bottom. But nope, that's not the case either. So I tracked the transmission lines from the transmission 2 and to here, and I couldn't be that lucky. So so looks like I'll be cutting these lines and then going from there. So again, all signs lead to that. Again, cheap enough, easy enough fix where it shouldn't take me too much time. I actually could probably just fix it here since it's already up on jack stands. Probably the easiest thing to do. But I'll just start there, y'all. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for more on this car. Hopefully that's all I have to do to this car. Hopefully I did not run this car unknowingly too long as the transmission fluid was leaking out of it. I really hope not. I can't afford to do another transmission right now, especially for as little as I drive this car. That'd be a bummer if I had to put another transmission in it. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that that's not the case. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. My girl's waiting for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. You guys know what to do, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support, y'all. My latest videos are getting some good numbers, and I appreciate that. Let's give this video some likes. If you like this car and you want to see more content on this car, y'all, turbo V6 87 turbo Regal. You know, leave a comment, hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm out. Peace.